I'm here with my buddy, Philip Williams, and I'd like to encourage you to watch the Phil Williams Show, and you can go to patriotinsights.com.
All right. Appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
It is that time for my response to a tweet. And today's tweet is coming from a concerned listener that says, "Is it always the white man's fault?" That's what the guy on B.E.T. believes. Is it always the white man's fault? That's what the guy on B.E.T. believes. Wow. If you guys don't know, the guy on B.E.T., of course they're using these forums to always be protesters and bring out whatever cause, if it's, a PETA guy, somebody who loves cats, somebody who hates gorillas, whatever their qualm is, they use these award shows to be a platform to voice their grievance. And this young man believes that everything of the black culture is being hijacked or manipulated or taken advantage of by white people. But here's my response to your tweet. The best way for me to break this thing down is to take it back. Everybody knows I'm a Christian. I won't hesitate to go God with this thing. But let's take it back to when sin was created. It was created when we were disobedient, whatever. But the punishment for sin was enacted when Adam pointed the finger at God. Adam pointed the finger at God and said, "It's because of that woman you gave me." So instead of taking responsibility for the situation, say, "I'm sorry, my bad, we can learn different, I'll do better," instead of like this, he blamed God. Right now to this day, nothing's changed. Everybody is looking for someone to blame. They cannot take responsibility for anything. They got to blame somebody. And unfortunately for that young man at the B.E.T. Awards, he wants to have selective blame. He wants to point the finger at the white man who he feels is taking advantage of the black man and things of this nature. But he's standing on the very same stage where somebody that came on before him or somebody that came on after him was doing things to be detrimental and destructive to the black community through having materialistic point of views with a bunch of young men that have no job but feel there's some need that they have to have $200 pairs of Jordans. He didn't want to articulate about the young black person that came on before him and was going to come on after him, who decided that black women need to be bitches and hoes and idolized because they could swing on a pole. He failed to realize that. What does that have to do with the white man? What about the music producer who put the beat together so that he can articulate these very destructive point of views in the black community? What does that have to do with the white man? What about the young brother that's sitting up there singing a song glorifying the perpetuation of violence amongst another young man who looks just like him? Over some god-awful things like, you didn't pass the joint the right way, you took too many hits, I paid last time. What about that one? What about the young man who was coming on before him or after him that feels like the only term of endearment he can have for another young black man is to call him a nigger and an MF and everything god awful other than the name that his mama gave him and his daddy gave him, when they were the most precious individual in the world, and said, "I'm looking into my son or daughter's eyes and I'm giving him the name Joshua, or I'm giving a daughter named Elizabeth, or something like this, or maybe naming them after God." But then for some other kind of reason, you want to use your creativity and God's gift to make sure that that young brother or sister has a name contrary to that strong, godly name or that pure name that their parents gave them. And so if she doesn't give you a number, she's a bitch. And if she don't want nothing to do with your raggedy behind, now she's a hoe. And all these kind of things. What does the white man have to do with that? Don't forget, you're at an award show that is elevating some of the most destructive thought processes that can ever happen in the black community. What does the white man have to do with that? If you want to take the argument that the white man put dope in the ghettos and things of this nature, nobody told you to puff. Nobody told you to snort. Nobody put a gun to your head and said, load it up with bullets. Look at that brother for whatever it is that he has on, bomber jacket, bomber, or whatnot, and take and peel his cap back. Nobody made you do that. So if the white man is stealing or trying to co-opt that of black folks, then why aren't they running up and down their streets, cripping and blooding, thugging and hugging, tugging and snugging, like we are in the black community? So they're just taking all the good stuff while everybody there applauding you like a bunch of broke seals? Oh my God, got Justin Timberlake beside himself. Compliment the black man get beat up. The black man beat up that white boy. So what is it that the white man is doing to us? So if the white man is capitalizing off of the good things of the black community, instead of denigrating him for doing that, why don't you copy what the white guy is doing so that you can benefit off the goodness of the black community? Why are you leaving it to him to co-opt it and steal it and benefit off of it? Why don't you copy him? You copied everything else. The white man was Bugsy Malone. The white man was Dan Dodge Dillinger. The white man was this big pimp and drug runner and female runner and human trafficker. It was some kind of gangster white guy. We didn't invent that. But that's what you copied and co-opted and then pushed on our black community. Why can't you brothers at the B.E.T. Awards ever pick a name of somebody who doesn't die in the end of the movie? Why don't you brothers at the B.E.T. Awards glorify a woman with her clothes on? So who's stealing from who? And who's killing who? Why don't you be a Black Life That Matters versus going to pushing a bowel movement where only black lives matter if they're being accosted by the police because they are beating up the black community, dogging out the black community, robbing the black community? Where was your speech on that, bruh? Oh, it's almost like your point. That speech was screwed up, totally irrelevant in your mind. But the biggest speech that we needed to have. Unfortunately, that man's thing will go viral, and mine will probably get about 10 views. Hey, gotta love it. Or maybe I'll get some white man to blow my thing up too, because some white man blew up you guys while you're at the B.E.T. Awards celebrating the destruction of your community at your guys' creative hands. How about that speech? Well, it's obvious I won't be getting any awards anytime soon, but we're coming back with my man Orrin C. Hudson, and the C is for checkmate. And wherever we may disagree or agree, I guarantee it, he has the moves to help put this negative and this violence in check. Pun intended. I'm Phil Williams. That's my response to a tweet on the Phil Williams Show.